Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. How you out and about? First things first, just want to say thank you to everyone who watched my last video. It was my most successful video ever. 3,500 hits, lots of likes, lots of comments. So I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm doing something else today as part of this series. I'm doing the top 30 British game shows. So I hope you enjoy it. At number 30, Deal or No Deal, running from 2004 to 2016. Hosted by Noel Edmonds, the game consisted of choosing one out of 22 boxes with a cash amount inside. You then had to choose all the other boxes to see what you had inside at the end. It was an okay idea, but it did get quite boring very quickly. At 29, 15 to 1, running from 1988 to 2003. This daytime classic, hosted by William G. Stewart, had a reputation of being a very tough show to be on. 15 contestants in a semicircle that was later copied for the weakest link had 3 lights in front of them that represented their 3 lives. 12 out of the 15 contestants would be eliminated within the first 2 rounds. At 28, Mr. and Mrs., running from 1965 to 1999. This was a show where each space would have to match 6 questions about their domestic and love life. Any couple who matched all 6 questions won the jackpot. At 27, Fort Boyard, running from 1998 to 2003, was an English game show that had been copied from its French version. It was filmed at the said Fort Boyard off the coast of France and was hosted by Dirty Den star Leslie Grantham. Physical and endurance challenges were mainly the theme on this one. At 26, The Chase, running from 2009 to present. This highly successful show sees contestants working individually to beat a chaser to bring back money for your team's final chase, where whoever has not been eliminated takes on the chaser as a team at the end. This show is hosted by Bradley Walsh. The chasers are some of England's best quizzers, with personalities such as the Beast and the Dark Destroyer. At 25, Blind Date, hosted by Cilla Black from 1985 to 2003. This dating show ran for 416 episodes and saw the contestants sitting behind a screen, asking questions to 3 suitors on the other side before deciding where to take them on a date at the end of the show. I remember this being on the TV a lot in the 90s. Well, let's be honest, it wasn't really something a young lad would be into. At 24, The Krypton Factor, running from 1977 to 1995. Gordon Burns hosted this show for a mammoth 18 years. 4 contestants compete in rounds to test their physical strength and stamina, consisting of 8 heats and 1 semi-final before the grand final. It was retired in 1995 before being brought back in 2008, but the reception was so poor that it ended up being axed. At 23, Supermarket Sweep, running from 1993 to 2001. Hosted by Dale Winton, 3 teams of 2 attempt to add as much time as possible to their 60-second start by answering questions or riddles to then race around a mock supermarket. The trolley with the most value had won the chance to do the big super sweep at the end. At 22, It's a Knockout, running from 1966 to 1988. Teams representing cities or towns will compete in the hometowns parks, described as a school sports day for adults. There will be challenges like carrying buckets of water over rolling logs or bouncing about in sumo suits, and normally other teams using water cannons or custard pies to put off opposing teams. It was a lot of good fun. At 21, Mastermind, running from 1972 to present. Creator Bill Royce created this with his experiences of being interrogated by the Gestapo in the Second World War. One contestant having a chosen subject and having to answer as many questions as they could. In round 2, it was just general knowledge. It is another British institution with the famous black chair and has been parried by the 2 Ronnies, Morecambe and Wise and Benny Hill. At 20, Take Your Pick, running from 1992 to 1999. Starting on TV in 1955 into the 60s, the show was brought back for a very successful run with Des O'Connor. The show started with the yes or no game, where contestants couldn't say yes or no before playing the box and numbers game. At 19, Going for Gold, another daytime special that ran for 808 episodes between 87 and 2009. Henry Kelly was the host that had contestants from all over Europe and came to an end in 1996. The show was revived for a year in 2008 with John Suchet at the helm. At 18, Golden Balls, running for 289 episodes between 2007 and 2009 and presented by Jasper Carrot. 12 random golden balls were selected, with 4 killer balls added. The 16 balls were split equally amongst 4. At the end, it always came down to either the split or steal. If one contestant chose to steal, they would get the money. If both chose to steal, they would get nothing. It's not rated very highly online at 5 out of 10. At number 17, Telly Addicts, running for 229 episodes between 1985 and 1999. This was a TV-based game show on BBC One, featuring questions and short clips. At number 16, Bob's Full House, running for 6 years and 109 episodes. The legendary comedian and actor Bob Monkhouse hosted this bingo-based game. Cross numbers off their cards by answering questions. Most contestants won a hamper, with only one getting the chance to win on the golden card game. At number 15, Shooting Stars. This highly entertaining panel game ran from 1995 to 1997, with double act Vic Reeves and Bob Mortimer presenting. It masquerades as a panel game, but is just all over the place, with anarchic humour and no real rules to the show. It just seemed like a fun mess of base amongst friends. 3 players on each side, with one captained by Ulrika Johnson and the other by Mark Lamar. I strongly recommend that you check this out. At number 14, Blankety Blank. Running originally on BBC One from 79 to 83 under Terry Wogan, before running for a further 6 years with the great Les Dawson. 2 contestants had to match answers with 6 celebrity panellists. The show got a joke reputation though for its poor prizes, of a top prize of just £1,750. Paul O'Grady presented it in the 90s under his Lily Savage persona. At number 13, Countdown. Another British institution now running for 8,000 episodes since 1982. It has never been known as a cool game show, as its genre is mainly maths and word skills. It was hosted for 23 years by Richard Whiteley, along with Carol Vorderman. It has become an institution and has inspired every English person to have a go at least once, and it's only then that you realise how thick you actually are. At number 12, Taskmaster, another very popular panel show hosted by Greg Davies and Alex Horne, sees 5 celebrities have to take on certain tasks, which could be anything to get points. I highly recommend watching this. The winner of the final gets a golden bust of Davis's head. Online ratings for this show are at 9 out of 10, which prove how popular the show is. At number 11, The Crystal Maze, an iconic 90s outing running from 1990 to 1995, was hosted by the brilliant Richard O'Brien. Each team had to undertake challenges in certain zones, with players getting locked in if they didn't complete it on time. Remaining players at the end went in a large dome to collect gold tokens being blown around inside. The zones consisted of mental, mystery, physical and skill. At the height of its fame, audience numbers were at 6 million an episode. At number 10, The Wheel of Fortune, running between 1988 and 2001. Contestants compete against each other by solving word puzzles to win cash prizes, which are determined by a spinning wheel following its American counterpart. The final prize was either a car or £20,000. At number 9, Family Fortunes, running between 1980 and 2002. Two families would go head to head to answer survey-based questions that were asked to 100 people. Bob Monkhouse started this game show, but it was Les Dennis who made it his own. I've seen a recent episode with Gino D'Acampo, and it really does make you appreciate how good Dennis was at hosting. At number 8, The Price is Right. Come on down! Running from 1984 to 2001, Bruce Forsyth picked up where Leslie Craver left off. In a nutshell, contestants competed for prizes by guessing the price of consumer goods. I think this was a fairly well-respected game show for its time. At number 7, The Generation Game. Another Forsyth outing that originally ran for 362 episodes between 1971 and 2018, with a few different other hosts along the way, including Larry Grayson and Jim Davidson. There would be 4 teams of 2, but with different ages, hence being called the Generation Game. At the end of the show, items would whiz past on a conveyor belt, and the winning team had 45 seconds to remember as many things as you could to win. At number 6, Blockbusters. Originally running from 1983 to 1993, Bob Holness's game show would see a solo player compete against a couple of competitors, answering questions and clued up with an initial letter of an answer to complete a path across or down a board of hexagons. At number 5, Play Your Cards Right. This card-based game running for 248 episodes between 1980 and 2003. There were 5 cards for each team laid out, and you had to guess if the next card was higher or lower, ace being the highest and 2 being the lowest. At number 4, Bullseye. Let's look at what you could have won. Running for 351 episodes between 1981 and 1995, the darts-based game show was hosted by Jim Bowen. It featured 3 pairs of contestants, with one being an amateur dart player and the other a quizzer, to compete in darts challenges and quizzes to win money or prizes. At number 3, Catchphrase. Originally running for 348 episodes between 1985 and 1995, Roy Walker's Say What You See game show saw 3 contestants trying to guess catchphrases based on clips that they saw on a screen. At number 2, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Originally running for 673 episodes between 1998 to 2014, Chris Tarrant's quiz show reinvented the nation's appetite in quizzes. You had to answer 15 questions to win the million, with 3 lifelines: the 50-50, ask the audience, or phone a friend. And at number 1, Gladiators. Not what you were expecting, but for me, essential Saturday night viewing in the 90s. Held at the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham. It ran from 1992 to 2000. 2 female and 2 male competitors would take on elite athletes in games. The more points you had, the bigger your lead on your opponents in the final assault course at the end. My favourite gladiator as a kid was, of course, Shadow. Right then, guys, hope you enjoyed my top 30 game show countdown. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Appreciate all your support, your comments, your likes. So I will see you on the next one, and I'll say bye for now.